right, in this video, we're going to talk about factoring higher power trinomials. So all of these are in the quadratic form. That means they have three terms, but they're not quadratics. They are quartic in this case. And so we're going to explain how this is going to work. I'll work number one here. This is on page, let me find it, 7. So page 7, and I'll do number one. So this is actually going to work the same way that we've been doing our quadratics, like we did here, okay, on the slide and divide. If we have to do that, we have, back up here, where we did this on number 3. This is page 5 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, it's 5. So we're going to use that same methodology to factor this. So in this case, I just take this 36 and I write out its factors. 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and 6 and 6. And I need a pair of these to add to get me this negative 13. Okay, they have to add to get that b value. Well, looking at these, it looks like 4 and 9 are going to add to 13, but I need a negative 13, so actually I can make both of these negative. And when I multiply them, give me positive 36, so that's fine. And then I add them, I get this. So these are going to be our factors. How we're used to writing this would be x minus 4 and x minus 9. Now, and that's how we would do it back on this page here. And we would be done, okay? But you'll notice this has the square power and just the power of 1 right there. We have something different here. We actually have this higher power, okay? So this 4 and this 2. So how do we deal with that? Well, since I'm sort of almost splitting this in half, and I'm going to take that highest power here, that 4, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to actually divide it into 2, and that's how you're going to get your answer. So I put a 2 right here, square both of these, and that works. Okay, this is our answer. So that's what you'll have to do for all of these. Now, not quite finished because we see something special here with both of these. Okay, and that is that these are both difference of squares. All right, and if you need a refresher on how those work, you can look at my other video. I didn't do any examples like this. I did a more complicated one. But when you see a perfect square here, you have the difference, the minus sign, and then a perfect square on the right, then you can do the difference of squares, which means for this first one, I'm going to square root this x squared, if I can draw it. Not really. Oh, yeah, I can. So I'm going to square root that. X squared is x. I put those in the front. Square root the 4. Well, that gets me 2, and I need a plus and minus. Okay. Now, I want to get, I need to get the other one because this also is a perfect square. So I'm going to square root the x squared again. So I've got to write 2 more of these. So I get x and x here. The 9, take its square root. That gives me a 3 and a 3. So I'm going to add and subtract right there. This is actually the final answer to this question. So I'm going to circle that. All right. Finished.